Hi everyone, welcome to Friday Sews. I'm Caroline and this is Sweet Pea Sewing. I've got a lot to show you today. I've got new patterns, new fabric, some talk about our trip to Newfoundland. It was great. Let's start with my pattern hack. Now, if you've seen some of my videos before, you know that I love the Nielsen Protea capsule wardrobe. There's a number of things you can make. There's skirt, dress, tops, but there's also a whole section on hacking. And I've made a few, but I wanted to try it again. So this is thrifted linen, and I decided to make a design feature down the front. The Style Art Azalea blouse has this on the front. It doesn't have it on the back. I should say it's a rayon linen blend, not linen 100%. I'll never really know because it was thrifted. Plus I forget all the patterns, or sorry, all the fabrics that I buy. I never remember what I have. Anyway, I am getting a little bit better at knowing my fabrics, but it's not easy. I thought I'd put the longer sleeves on it, and I really like it, except here's a picture of me in it. I hate these darts. Now, I'm not very big busted at all. I take a very small bra size. I have a really wide back, but my actual bust itself isn't very big. I am thinking about just eliminating bust darts completely, because aren't they really for shapeage when you have a bigger bust? Let me know your thoughts on that. This blouse actually turned out very similar to the Ashling blouse, and I can't remember the pattern company. Can't remember it, so I'll put it in here. Here's a picture of it, and I did not put in the darts, and I think it's perfect. So that is my only complaint with this, is I think the darts take away from it, and actually I think they're too high for the apex of my bust as well. So I'm just thinking of pretty much eliminating them on everything I make. What does everybody think about that? Do you do that? Let me know. Do you just ditch the darts? Ditch the darts. I'll start a campaign. I love it. Like I say, I think I can't do anything about the darts right now. I could make a better fitting bra that gives me more support, and then I think it would look better. But yeah, that is my hacked Protea blouse, Nielsen Protea blouse. And as I say, overall, I love it. I love it. I think it's such a great little blouse, but not the darts so much. Let's move on to two new patterns that I recently bought that I saw on a fellow YouTuber's channel, and I love her style. So let me show you that. So this YouTuber is Lyn Bromley, and she just started her channel a few months ago, and I started watching her, and I just love her style. I love her style. And in one of her first videos, she talked about two patterns that I immediately bought. Just love them. And I'll have to add them to my very long list of other patterns that I want to make. But the first one, I have not heard of this sewing company before. So different. And it's the Everyday Chic dress. And I'll show you some pictures here of how it looks. I actually think you could wear it for fall and winter with some tights, or lengthening it a bit. It might be a little bit too short for me. I could put it just below the knees or just at the knees. But it's simple, but it's very flattering. This is exactly the kind of dress that I'm looking for. That's got a bit of the higher waist. It creates more of a waist here, and it's just the whole bust and V-neck. It's all very flattering. So thought I am getting that pattern. So Lyn, if you're watching, I love that you recommended this, and I love the version that you made. Now, the other pattern that I saw Lyn talk about that I also love is the Fiber Mood Norma blouse. Again, this is exactly the kind of blouse that I want, and I'll put some pictures here of just models in it so you can see what it looks like. But it's just a very, very pretty blouse with the V-neck, and the button down front. The line drawings, I'll put a picture up of the line drawings. Yeah, these are the kind of patterns that I love. So again, those were two patterns that Lyn had shown that I was on it, and she has got lots of other beautiful makes. She is an excellent seamstress. Go check out her channel. Now, before I forget, let me just quickly talk about the shirt that I'm wearing. This is just the Lyric, Love Notions Lyric top, and from prior videos, I had some struggles with this because of this beautiful linen rayon fabric growing, and I ended up having to eliminate the placket down here and just put a full peplum, but I just love it. It worked out really well, so I was really happy with that. So before I get to life and our trip to Newfoundland, I wanted to talk about a couple of fabrics that I bought at Fabricville, which is in Newfoundland, St. John's. Fabricville is a Canadian company. It's part of Fabricland here in BC and across Canada. I didn't actually realize that. I was so thrilled when I was able to use my membership to get the discounts that they offer. But while I was there were two fabrics that I came across that I thought, I gotta have those. And even though this first one is 100% polyester, I've seen so many other content creators make blouses or dresses or whatever out of very similar fabric. I thought, I've got to have it. And here it is. Isn't it gorgeous? It actually had it in a black colorway, so the cream was black. But I just love the leopards. That's leopard, right? Or tiger? Leopards. Pretty sure that's leopards. I just thought it would make the most beautiful blouse. So I'll have to find something very flowy for that. I only got 2 meters. Don't think I'll make a dress out of it. It's something that I really want to wear a lot. So I think I would make a blouse out of it. But yeah, I was really, really happy to find that. I wanted to get one more fabric at this Fabricville. And I have to say, Fabricland here in BC has a lot more options of fashion fabric, as we call it, right? But I did find this 100% rayon in this beautiful red and black. Now, normally this isn't my style. I have to tell you, I'm not, I think it's kind of an animal print. And I was just about to say, I'm not such an animal print, but I guess I'm becoming one, aren't I? I guess I'm becoming one because I think it's a bit of an animal print of some kind. It kind of looks like it. But I thought, well, it would be perfect for fall and winter. And again, I'm not sure what I'm going to make out of it. Most likely a blouse. Again, I think it would be quite the statement piece, you know, with a black skirt, black pants, something like that. Maybe with, I recently purchased Love Notions Sylvia skirt, sort of, and I'd love to make the pencil one in a dark gray knit or a black knit, and I just think that with a blouse, wow, that would be smashing. I don't know where I'm going to be. I'm going to be going to coffee, beautifully dressed up. I don't know, it's funny. I definitely don't have places to wear all this, but I'm wearing them anyway. So I love planning, and I just love the idea of these things that go together. So yeah, those were the two fabrics that I got at Fabricville in St. John's, Newfoundland. So I was really happy with that. Now, our trip to Newfoundland, Canada, which is as far away from where I live as you can get as far as Canada goes. Definitely all West Coast all the way to East Coast. It was a lot of flying, and I have to tell you, I do not like flying. It isn't even about the plane crashing or anything like that. I don't fear that at all. It's being so tight next to the person and constantly fighting over who's going to have the armrest, and the leg part was fine, but my husband and I decided to take the aisle seats each. So we're sort of like beside each other like this. I don't think I'd do that again. You know, the idea is that you can get up and go to the bathroom for a little bit of a stroll. No, you've got the people, the window, you got the other two people, you know, 3 across, constantly in front of you. You've got everybody bumping you constantly. I don't know. I think maybe flying less often and going first class might be the option, or business class, or whatever it's called. But I found that part torturous. It was, anyway, it was a lot of flying because it's such a great distance, right? Maybe it's like giving birth. You kind of forget after a while, but I've never forgot the pain of giving birth. So I'm not 100% sure that theory will hold. But we would like to travel more, but I don't know. I just don't know about flying. If you have any tips on how to fly in a very, like WestJet is very narrow seats, very narrow seats. So the only option that I could see was going to business class, where you have 2 seats instead of 3. It's tough. It's tough. Okay, let's talk about a few things that I got in Newfoundland, and I'm gonna play a series of pictures after of some of the series. We went on a 3-day tour with a company called McCarthy's Tours. Fantastic. If you go to St. John's in Newfoundland, make sure you go with McCarthy's Tours. They have 3-day tours and 5-day tours and on and on and on to explore as much. We just went on a 3-day tour, but it was fantastic. The guide was hilarious. He kept us laughing the whole time. We just had a really, really good time. It's nice not to have to navigate. We would have liked to have rented a car. Every car was totally rented, so make sure you plan ahead, because we didn't. And anyway, oh well. I have to show you this shirt that I got for my son-in-law. It has all the sayings that are common in Newfoundland. You can just take a little read of it. They're hilarious, and I can vouch that all of these things you can definitely understand them. It was just so funny. We had to laugh because our guide had a definite, Steve, he had a definite accent. And it's because of the Irish contingent that came there. So it's this beautiful melting pot of language. It's just lovely. But we were at lunch on the middle of one of our excursions at noon, and another guide came with a very strong Newfoundland accent. And the two of them started talking. We couldn't understand what they were saying. They were talking so fast, it was almost like listening to another language. But when they were talking to us individually with our BC accents, I guess, we couldn't, it was just funny. We could totally understand what he was saying, but when they were talking to each other, the lingo sort of went up a step. So it was just so much fun to be in that world. It really was. So let me show you a few other things. If you know Newfoundland at all, you know that they're known for their house colors, right? And in the pictures, you'll see some beautiful, beautiful colors, just beautiful colors, quite different than we have out here on the West Coast. Kind of like San Francisco, that kind of idea, or some cities in Alaska where they paint it. Juneau, I think, comes to mind. So they have these little houses that you can buy. They're just individual. They're not very expensive. I just love them. It's such a neat thing to just put on your shelf as a reminder of how the houses are painted. Apparently, there was a few theories on why they're painted that way. The 2 theories that I heard are they were for fishermen, so they could tell which house was theirs from the sea, because fishing is such a big industry there. Tourism, I think, is number 1, but fishing is pretty close by. Or that's the paint they had left over after painting their boats. So take what you will. I don't know, but we had such a good time there. So yeah. Now, when I was there, of course I was looking for fabric shops, because that's what I'll do wherever I go. You want to try and find different things, right? So I stumbled across this company called the East Coast Quilting Company. If you get a chance and you're in St. John's, make sure you go there. I actually blew the budget there and bought so much that I qualified for free shipping, so we didn't have to cart it back in our suitcases. My husband was just rolling his eyes at me. I would say that 80% of the store was probably quilting, but they had a beautiful big couch in the middle of the store, and he sat on that and he was comfortable as day just watching me. They also had fabrics that were printed especially for them that were reflective of Newfoundland, like the puffins and things like that. We didn't get to see the puffins. You've got to go in June or July. There's like 500,000 of them in a certain area on an island. We didn't see a single puffin except the stuffed ones that I brought back for my grandkids. Oh well, you learn, but it was still beautiful there. Now, why am I not showing you anything from this store? Because it hasn't arrived yet. So I have to wait and show you some of the things. If I showed you, I'd be here for 2 hours, all the stuff I bought, because I bought a lot of unique things. I want to make some stuff for my granddaughter. I want to make some stuff for bags and stuff like that, because I love to make makeup bags and all sorts of bags. So when I get that box, it was supposed to arrive on September 26th. It's now supposed to arrive tomorrow. So I'm hoping that it'll come soon. And I bought a couple of patterns there as well, independent patterns. I also bought a bunch of Simplicity patterns from Fabricville. They do not have Simplicity patterns available just to buy that I know of where I live. So when I saw these Simplicity patterns, I of course had to grab a few of those too, because I've always had to order them online, and I'm a little bit nervous about ordering them online. Are you feeling the same way? Even though there's apparently been some good news about the whole Big Four and that they're going smaller scale, but they're not going to be going out of business as we thought. So I don't know. That gave me some hope, and that just came from a fellow YouTuber, Sandy. I will put her YouTube channel, and I watched it this morning. I think it was from 2 days ago. She had said that. So yeah, check that out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my Fast and Furious Friday sews and all the things that I have to show you, and I really hope you enjoy these gorgeous pictures. But Newfoundland is a great place to visit, and like I say, I'm not affiliated with McCarthy's Tours at all, but you know, somebody recommended it to us, and it's just really nice to have that kind of recommendation. Top notch. They were wonderful. It was really well done. So take care, and please hit like, leave a comment. I love your comments. Love to respond to them. Love to hear anything that you have to say about what I've shown you. And please subscribe if you haven't already, because it really helps get my channel out. Take care. Happy sewing. Please enjoy the pictures. Bye-bye.